Yeah, make sure that they can see it.
It's been a long time. Yeah. We have one viewer. Hi, Geneva.
Hey, Geneva. Hope you're well down there in Texas.
Oh, 20 people now. Wow,
Yeah,
that's fast.
we're waiting before we really just throw ourselves into this because we know. Hey, Bella, how are you, honey? Just I'm gonna get something. I thought of this. I'm glad you're here, Bella. Also from Texas. We'll be right back because I want to show some things off during this live. We're waiting for people to get on here. We announced this hours ago, and we're gonna wait before we really start. So, honey, tell them a funny story or something for just a minute.
Hello, Heather McDonald from New Zealand. Wow. Catitude, hello.
She's in Florida. Say hi.
Oh, wow, honey, you memorized them all? Where they from?
I pay attention.
That's awesome. Gwen, hello. Thank you guys for the greetings. Elizabeth, hello. It's a bit hot today. Oh, it's been a long time since I'm in homesteading of the grid live. You know that? Family Dutton, hello. Thank you from North Carolina. Betty Brooks, thank you. Stephen Thomas, hello from Georgia. Oh, wow. Hello, guys. Deborah from Maine. Hi. Hello. GS Mom. Thank you, GS Mom. Linda. Hello. Thank you. Thank you, Geneva. Typical what's thank you. Therese Moore.
Teresa
Hello.
Moore, hey.
Lisa Rin.
Lisa Renee, Trish.
Oh, that's fast.
Patricia
Patricia Owens.
Weebo 2, Gail Blackburn. Happy anniversary to both you from Bella. Thanks, Bella. Hi, Clementina.
Yeah.
Hi, Finn Johnson. In Ireland, all right. Hey,
Wow.
I've got like 90-something% Irish ancestry or something like that. So, hey, Typical Watch. Hey, Sandra Connard. Heather McDonald.
Thank you, guys.
Eric 308. Cheers from northern British Columbia.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, honey.
Coffee and water makes the world go round. Deborah LaValle, hello. Not been on much. Been recovering from COVID-19. All right. Nearly took you out. Glad it didn't, Deborah. Glad you're still among the living. Okay, guys, we were going to do this out in the field so you could look for potentially him, her, it, or they.
Hear it?
Hey, Betty Brooks in Bakersfield, California. Hey, Mary. Hey, Dinner Bells. Hey, Jan D. Listen, we're trying to give everybody shout outs, but there's so many of you coming on all at once. If we miss it, it's not intentional. We apologize. But we wanted to do this from up in the field so that we could not only just celebrate our anniversary, but so that we could make it an episode of this.
What's a pretty one?
This is what I ran upstairs to my office to get. It's framed and hangs on my wall. The Potential Bigfoot Sasquatch Show. Crazy Lake, homesteading off the grid. This is from Maria, who goes by Bella. She made this and sent it to us last summer. She made a bunch of them, and I framed a couple, and I actually hang them in my office because we want to let you folks know how much we do appreciate this stuff. It's not like, here comes the rain. I hear the rain. Hey, Jenny B in California.
Yeah, hi, Jenny B.
Look at this. I framed these two together. Let's do this one first. I saw Crazy Lake, but nobody believes me. Isn't that cool? And the lady who is a cancer survivor and who had gotten out of art for some time because she was just down in the dumps, who has clearly gotten back into it, is on this live chat. So everybody say, Bella, wonderful art. Or say, Bella, good job. Bella, thank you, Christy,
Christy,
Mama
Mama
Sun D,
Sandy,
aloha in Hawaii. Hello, Diane. Deborah LaValle, that's so cool. Isn't it so cool? Kamusta. Oh, Mama Sandi and okay, Kamusta. Ikaw Filipina, no? McClurg. Thanks for that.
From Canada.
Yeah, all right. Now let me
Yeah.
show you the other one because, as you know, we are big UVA Cavalier fans.
That's
Just don't tell too many alumnus who are baby boomers or older because they feel that if you didn't go there, you don't have the right to be a UVA fan. But fortunately, Gen Xers, Millennials, and Gen Zers love it. They say, hey, the more fans for our team, the happier we are and the better off we're going to do if you're cheering for us. So it's wonderful. Hello, Heather
From
in
New
New Zealand.
Zealand.
Janine Graham.
Filipino here and Filipino
Thank
couple
you.
next. Oh wow, Janine, hello.
There's Maria Algeria. Thank you so much, brother, for the shout out. Hey, you are very welcome.
Thank you for this.
Bella, thank you for the art. And Bella
Yeah.
probably sent us about 20 different pictures, and they're all really good.
Catitude, hello.
Hey, Catitude. These were particular favorites of mine, and so I framed them and I actually hang them on the wall in my office. So many of you, Catitude is here, so I'm going to address this right now, and then we're going to let her do all the talking.
Oh no, honey, I like listening to you. Keep talking.
Well, that's a daggone good thing, because you do it a lot. So,
Oh, the rain is here now.
yeah, here's the rain. This is why we're not out in the field.
Yeah.
I mentioned in a video that was published today about sharing your stories about him, her, it, or they, or anything paranormal related in the comment section. And Catitude mentioned we should open a P.O. box. Hey, Jandy, just to, so you guys could send your stories. We tried that, and we had to close it
Yeah.
down after a year. Aw, Maria, that's so sweet. Working on a family
Oh my
portrait.
gosh.
We had to close it down because everybody sent so much stuff.
Yeah.
And not this. And trust me, we appreciated all of
A
it, but it was
lot.
like power tools, plants, food, toys for the
Yeah.
kid, clothing.
A lot.
We had my office where these things are hanging on the wall looked like a storage unit.
Yeah, and then some of them I send it to the Philippines too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so it's gone to good use. We've used everything that we could because we're like, these people took the time and they paid money to buy us this stuff. How can we use this? But it just got so overwhelming. Yeah, it all went to good use though, because what we didn't use went to the Philippines, or it went to people here at home that we knew would use that. So don't think your stuff's collecting dust in a closet. But I guess, Catitude, that's my answer to what you said earlier. They don't just send stories, they send stuff. And so, so I'm going to talk about this later. We need to talk about why we're here for now, because this is why we're here. But we're being interrupted right now, it looks like. So we're going to have to, somebody wants to say hi. Here, buddy, you take my spot and say hi. Show what you
There's something in your eye.
Hello.
Look who's here.
I just made cheese sticks. Mozzarella cheese sticks.
Mozzarella cheese stick. He
I've
made
cooked
it.
these like 3 times, and these are like, they get better every time. See?
Oh,
Hello.
yeah.
It's melted.
Can I have one? Oh, just half.
Okay.
Oh, it's hot. It's hot. That looks good, buddy.
Buddy, you should
It
tell
is.
them how you make it.
Yeah, you should tell them how you make it.
So, it's really good.
Slow down, buddy.
It's really good, but it's really simple. So, all you need is mozzarella sticks, breadcrumbs, and 2 eggs. So you're gonna get the mozzarella sticks, dip them, like roll them around in eggs, and then roll them around in breadcrumbs. And if that isn't enough, like if you want them like super breaded, like I have, you roll it back around in the eggs and then put it back in the breadcrumbs, and you just like
Swallow that first.
thank you.
So they're so good you can't talk about them anymore because you got to eat them, huh?
Yeah, and you just like
It's okay, take your time.
Take your time, buddy.
Look, what's that? Right there. While he's chewing his food, see if you can see this thing move.
Can I eat these?
Yeah, go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and start our dinner now.
Guys,
So-
I got jealous of Daniel, so look what I have.
Lumpias.
and you just fry it in oil for like 5 minutes at the lowest as possible. Want some?
Yeah. Just little.
Okay.
Okay.
Dad, you want some?
Unya
Okay.
means later. Yeah, I'll eat some here in a minute. So I guess you want to be in this thing, buddy?
You want to say bye-bye
Sure.
now? Oh.
Or you want, okay, he wants to be in it. So
Buddy, can you get me a paper towel, please?
yeah, get a paper towel and then come back. Okay? Don't kick anything over.
You want to take your place, honey?
So I clearly said like 6 times, Daniel, do you want to be in this live stream? No, 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 I'm okay, no. So I set up in a small space 2 chairs. Well, I guess he changed his mind. Okay, we'll work him in here somehow. But thanks everybody for showing up, everybody who's here. And yes, we are, this is our,
But eat that first before you join here.
yeah, just eat some of that before you join so that,
And don't
I'm gonna go
spoon.
inside and read.
okay.
Are you gonna read?
Yeah, I'm just gonna read.
You're gonna
Okay.
read? Okay, you can come
But
out
it-
after you eat. I'm not
Yeah.
kicking you out.
Yeah.
Just saying eat so that you can talk and stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so he's gonna go in there and eat, and then he's gonna come back, and then we're gonna work him in. Oh yeah, it's our anniversary. Thanks, Teresa.
Our 6 years wedding anniversary.
Yep, 6 years. I was gonna say, yes, Stephen Thomas. He's gonna have his own
You're
channel
spilling
very
it.
soon. Oh, am I spilling his stuff? Okay, so we're having our dinner is lumpia, and then we're gonna have some delicious manit adobo from Dearly's Kitchen, which you can enjoy too. Hey Jill, glad to see you here.
Hi, Jill.
Get this stuff from our Etsy store. The link's in the description box of most of the Homesteading Off the Grid videos. My wife in time may come to understand that it would help to put the links to that store in her channel too, Life with Dearly. Been together, well, we've been married for 6 years. Honey, how long have we been together?
12 years.
12 years.
Woo!
Yeah. Yes, that means our son's 11.
99 more years.
Yeah, we were together for 6 years. We dated for as long as we've been married now, I guess, huh? So,
12 beautiful years.
mhm,
It's good, no?
mhm. I'm having the Daniel effect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go read a book. I'll be back, honey. Here. She gets some of my jokes. It's probably good that she doesn't get them all. Hey, Gail. Hey, Terry. Hey, Heather. We've been married for 46 years.
Whoa.
Heather McDonald. Awesome. Sandra Connard says, we're doorbell there. Thank you. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, AZ Nature Girl. The dipping sauce, Joshua. What is this called? Spring roll sauce or something?
What?
Spring roll sauce. If you don't have an Asian restaurant or an Asian grocery store in your town, you could probably get it on the internet, I'm sure.
Jamie, dear, she's been married for 35 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Becky, she's been with her significant other for 30 years. Rebecca Hodge has been a widow since 2014. Sorry for your loss, Rebecca. Hey, Kim. Sorry, we missed somebody. The comments come through so fast we can't
Yeah.
read them all before they disappear.
Easy Nature Girl, earlier, you're such a good cook. Thank you. So guys, by the way guys, this lumpia is still available on Etsy store, Homesteading
Geneva
Heaven.
and her husband were married for 39 and a half years. He passed 6 years ago. Sorry, Geneva, that
Sorry
you
about
lost your
that,
soulmate.
Geneva. Yeah. Alan, he's been
Dustin,
married
33 years. Not to interrupt, sorry, but
33 years.
that was
Honey,
just worthy of a
you're
shout
good,
out.
You're good. Linda, happy anniversary. Oh, it's so fun.
Betty Brooks having her 40th anniversary this month.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Crystal, 27 years. Wow.
Hi, Modus in the Caribbean.
Where is that?
It's like Jamaica,
Oh, okay.
St. Croix. We're the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, look at this, Stephen Thomas. I'm about to order
up.
up.
Looks really good. Hey, Steven.
Thank you.
When you order this, we ship you several packets of this sauce. So you won't have to worry about it. Raymond Partita, you love the Hillbilly Garden? Good, thank you. That was inspired by an insult. some pretentious yuppie snob who
I'm
very-
sorry, wait.
okay.
Excuse me, honey, huh? Teresa is asking, is the lumpia like a spring rolls? Yes. Yes.
Similar.
Similar. Yes, Teresa.
Spring rolls are Chinese, lumpia is Filipino.
Filipino. Oh, wow, you honey, you're good. Yeah.
I don't know.
Winder,
Hey, Kristen.
hello.
Hope
Kristen, hello.
Hope Tim's recovering from his surgery. Everybody say a prayer for Tim Howard. Did one of these. Oh, Jenny B, $5.
$5.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Guys, we have gotten past our false pride. We will accept all the supers you want to send us, especially on our anniversary.
But yeah,
But go ahead.
but you don't have to, guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You do
Yeah.
not. No, we're not e-beggars.
It's better you buy my lumpia than.
There's Timmy Howard. Me and the wife were on the main YouTube page waiting for it to come on, and it never did. Oh, guys, I was on time, but we got caught up in the conversation, and I lost track of time, and I couldn't get there fast enough. I'm terribly sorry. I know there's probably 500 people over there waiting. I hope they find this one.
Yeah. Mary L, you can go to our Etsy store, Homesteading Heaven. I put everything there, all the information about the spring rolls.
Okay. Jan D just hit something. Timothy says it was not your fault. It was just a different page, and it came to. Okay, listen. Timothy Howard just had surgery. I'm not sure exactly the specifics, but I saw his wife mention it in a premiere the other day. So, prayers, thoughts, best wishes go out to Timothy Howard from us and from everybody watching. All right, so honey, I'm talking on top of you. You feel free to talk on top of me, guys.
Honey, you're good.
Oh, well, thank you, Diane. Family Dutton, thank
Thank you, Diane.
a cardiac ablation. I don't know what that is, but it sounds scary because I know it's associated with the heart, and anything associated
Yeah.
with the heart's scary. So, Timothy, we're glad you got through that.
Yeah.
All right. Jan D mentioned an email. Me getting an email. And I've been leery of doing this because I just can't imagine what's going to come through there. But I have thought about maybe creating an email account to put on this channel for people to share your stories.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Timmy Howard says he can't die yet because he's got to see me capture Bigfoot Sasquatch. Timmy, buddy, I think I might be the answer for you living forever. Hey, Cindy Roth, you're never late. But I thought about setting up that email account because, again, we opened the P.O. box like Catitude suggested. Thinking, because here's why. When you do we've worked on social media for 12 years now. We've done it since we've been together, right?
Yeah.
Spent the first few years trying to find our way through the sea. Finally found massive land called Pay Dirt with Fakebook. Was doing really well there for many years, but then Mark Zuckerberg
Hi, June.
had to change everything because he got butthurt after the 2016 elections, and he didn't like the turnout. He thought it was a joke at first, but then when he saw OMG, so he starts banning pages. So we had 5 million fans and all this. We had to reestablish ourselves on here, on a different platform, YouTube, owned by Google, who we really, truly love. And I'm not just saying this because I know they're always watching and they're always listening, but they have a very unbiased platform and a very clearly stated policy of terms and services and community guidelines. Basically, as long as you don't come on here and talk about hating other people because of their skin tone or their sexual preference or their ethnicity, common sense. You got a place to stay forever. So you can talk about Bigfoot, Sasquatch. You can even mention your political views at times if you want,
No hate.
which we don't do. We keep it at a very minimum. You just keep the hate out of it.
Yeah.
You keep it's simple. Well, Fakebook and Mark Zuckerberg's not like that. If you don't think the way he thinks, which is a certain direction, by golly, he'll close your account without whatever. So we tried to make a comeback over there, and he even we got a big page monetized in like 3 days just because we can create content that generates views, and we put ourselves out there again about a year ago to give Fakebook another chance, and then so now you got to pay to play. Like right now, when we post a video on YouTube, anybody can see it. We don't charge you to watch
Yeah.
our videos. We don't do Patreon. We don't go off and set up some website where you have to pay a monthly subscription fee to see our videos. Why? Because we don't need to. Listen, if you need to do that stuff, you probably aren't very good at what you do. We just come out here, we be ourselves, we don't pull any punches, we're genuine, and people watch. It's that simple. With Zuckerberg, if you don't pay to promote your posts, he'll suppress your views. So we were making content. We were getting 5,000 views in the first hour. And, oh, okay, I'm not going to spill it, Tim. But then he would suppress us and come to us and say, hey, you promote this video for $100 and you'll get a lot more views. We would never do it because we don't have to pay per views.
Thank
we
you,
don't-
Johnny.
We don't have to charge for views. We just do our thing and people come. And I'm not attempting to come across as arrogant. We've worked in social media for 12 years. We understand the industry. We understand the algorithms. We don't have to pay to be successful here, nor do we believe you should have to pay to see us being successful here. So we just don't do those things. So anyway, oh, the email thing. When we used to do the Facebook stuff, we had emails. 90% of what we got was hate mail. It's not that we care. We do not care about that. We have thick skin. It was a time issue. It's like you skim through 17 crap emails about somebody that lives in their mother's basement or lives in their wife's basement, or who maybe she or I knew 20 years ago and haven't seen since, and remembers we pulled their hair in kindergarten, and they see us on here, so now they have to come tell us how much they hate us. So it was an issue of time. But I have been considering, because I know a lot of you have serious stories that are worthy of being told, I have been considering, because I want to get away from doing a video every day. It's just, it's this quality of life thing. You're hearing about the great resignation. People just refuse to work for a-hole employers anymore. They refuse to work 6 days a week at a minimum, 7 at a maximum. Well, I would like to have 2 or 3 days in a row where I don't have to create content and upload it and all these things. We would like to have better content, more meaningful content, your content. So here's my question. I'm going to throw it out there for you. Otherwise, I will never shut up. I will talk forever. She's been with me 12 years. She knows better than anybody. Thank you, Paul M. Would you guys like it if we opened up an email? And if we did, would you please? I mean, I don't. Just if you want to send to say, we hate you, just say, hey, I hate you. Sincerely yours, Big Red 567. But would you like to have an email to send your stories to, especially, paranormal related, cryptozoological related? Jill says yes. We got any more yeses?
Thank you, Jill.
Yeah. Cindy Roth's complimenting Bella on her art. Paul M says yes. Thanks,
Thank you,
Stephen.
Stephen.
Diane says yes. Open an email. She'd love to share some stories. Jan D says yes. Catitude says yes. Email would work too. Brittany Work says yes. Lydia Word says yes. Kristen Ann says yes. Brittany Brooks says yes. Kelly says yes. Jill, everybody's saying yes. Well, I guess that's a yes. Deborah LeVay says yes, that's fine. All right. Well, it looks like that's coming up. Hey, Verglow from Iowa. Yep, I made you a bird box on your birthday one time.
I'm concerned about that email.
Uh-huh.
If they get upset if you don't reply.
That's
Remember
what-
how busy you are?
Well,
He is super busy, guys. I swear. Sometimes if there's like if he have a text or thing, I'm the one who give it to him because he doesn't.
I don't even know I got a text.
Yeah,
Like if somebody sends me a
he's
text.
super busy.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not super busy. I'm super productive.
Yeah, productive.
Here, listen to this, folks. Most people don't know the difference between being busy and being productive. You can be busy all day long, not have a minute to yourself because you're running errands, you're doing this, taking this kid here, taking that kid that there, doing this for the husband, doing this for the wife. And you get nothing done, you've got nothing accomplished. At the end of the day, you're spent, you're worn out, you've produced nothing. But if you understand how to be productive, You know how to cut the unnecessary activities out of your day. You know how to schedule your time. You learn quickly who not to waste time with. People who are always late, as I say, showing up 4 minutes late for our live stream. People who can't commit. Flakes who are always backing out. You just really learn to manage your time. So I'm productive is what I am.
Yeah.
But yes, another reason we've been hesitant is because, like for instance, since last week, we started commenting to some or replying to some of the comments on the channel when we do premieres or this is our first live in more than a year, well 10 months. Because like so many people would get upset because we didn't reply to them too. Listen, we have 282,000 subscribers. We simply can't reply to everybody. And so we stopped replying for 3 years because we felt bad for the people that felt bad because we weren't replying to them, you know?
But guys, we read all the
We read 'em all.
comments. Yeah. We read them all.
We got to weed out them people who we put glue in their hair 30 years ago, telling us how much they hate us, you know? I mean... Here comes the rain again. I mean, we don't care about those people. We just... We have no concern for them. We just don't want them to lower the quality of your experience as someone who follows our channel and actually enjoys this experience. So it's like, you know, you go to a UVA football game. Will you take this plate, honey?
Thanks, Lynn. Thanks, George.
We go watch Cavaliers. We sit in the Cavaliers cheering section. We don't go sit in the opponent's cheering section because we don't want to hear about how much our team sucks, nor does anybody else that likes our team. You see what I'm saying?
Thanks,
All right.
Jennifer.
Oh, Jennifer's here. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
All right. Honey,
Hi,
it's your
John.
turn to talk.
Jug is from Australia.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So, honey, here, I'm going to ask you some questions. What would you say are some keys to the success of our relationship? Been married 6 years. Oh, wait a minute. How many times have we remembered our anniversary?
Once today.
Today is the first time we've ever remembered. It's raining there where Lynn McNaughton is too. Great.
That we remember together.
Well, we always, and nobody's ever remembered on the same time.
Yeah.
Like, neither of you, you and I have never remembered our anniversary on the day of our anniversary.
Nope. We always forgot.
When do we remember? When do we get reminded?
Today.
Okay, historically, in the past, how is it that we would remember it was our anniversary?
After a few days.
Okay.
When we check the date.
Honey, usually when our friends ask us to watch their kid for them,
Yeah, I remember now.
sorry, I had to give her a hint.
Yeah. Guys, Kevin is very good in remembering stuff. Me, I'm not very good in remembering stuff.
I don't have
This-
time to go back and remember it because that affects my productivity. That would keep me busy if I'm always trying to remember stuff, so I just remember.
This happened to me after I gave birth. So what is the question? What is the secret of
Yeah, what are some secrets? How have you been able to tolerate me for 12 years?
actually a lot of secrets. But it's number one
It's
is
been that hard, has it?
number one is about give and take. Yeah.
How so?
Like you give and take. Oh my gosh.
Thanks,
I tell
Lori.
you. It's like, let's say, like
It's like rain on your wedding day. It's like free advice. Moment too late.
it's like this is just an example. Let's say I always
Well, time out. Geneva, who was married for 39 and a half years,
Oh wow.
her and her husband never remembered their anniversary date either.
Oh good. I feel better now.
That's a sign of true love. We don't remember because we don't care.
Every
Anniversary,
day is anniversary day.
every day is like a wedding day.
Mm-hmm.
Dates and stuff like that. It's like so superficial. We don't care.
Even on
It's like
Valentine's Day, no?
Yeah, sometimes we
Yeah.
forget that. But it's like going to see your family that you hate on Thanksgiving because it's Thanksgiving. We don't do that. We don't follow the superficial norms of Western culture. I think a lot of it is a cultural thing because they don't do that in the East. They don't like you, bro. They don't go there. They don't give a crap. It's a holiday.
And also, Han, this is what I learned from you too. You don't like to follow the what it's in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, can I answer your question?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. to
If you
interrupt.
are always kind and loving, it's okay to get communication and compromise. Yes, Jag, that's one of it. Okay. Example. What number one is give and take. Example, this is how it works for us. Every marriage is different. What it works for you, it's great. What it works for us, it works for us. It's great too. But I don't judge how this other marriage,
Yeah.
how they do their marriage,
Whatever, that's
because
their
every
business.
marriage have things that what it works for them. So let's say every night I always prepare your coffee. Every night, always prepare his
For the
coffee
next morning, yeah.
for the next morning. So every day too, in the morning when I wake up, Kevin makes my coffee.
Jennifer's got her 10-year anniversary coming up with her husband. Way to go,
Oh,
Jennifer.
yay! So did you guys see that?
Yeah, I
It's-
make her coffee
Yeah, he makes my coffee every morning.
in the morning. Because,
Yeah.
listen, love is a verb. It's not a noun. It's an action. So is kindness. You hear people use the word nice, that's nothing. That's a superficial cover, mostly for passive-aggressive people who want to come across as being something they're not. Good people are kind. They take an action. So I could tell her, marriage is just a piece of paper, Catitude says. You should be together because you want to, not
Yeah.
because... Yes, exactly, Catitude. Okay, Jan learned years ago it's the little things in life that matter the most. I agree. Jill's saying, preach, Kevin. All right, listen. She prepares my coffee every night. I get up. If the sun is up before me, I panic. I get up. It's
Yeah.
still dark even in the summer. I get up at like 5, sometimes 4:30 in the summer. I'm the guy that wakes up to wake the roosters up to make them crow. Okay? That's me. So she's not going to get up at 5:25 a.m. in the winter or 4:45 in the summer to make my coffee. So she makes it the night before. So I stagger out of bed, turn it on, use the restroom, lay on the couch until I hear it going. Which means the coffee's ready. Okay? Now, I could say, oh, thank you for making my coffee, all I wanted. But how shallow would that be? Jenny B's anniversary is August 2nd, 25 years. Way to go, Jenny B. So what I do is I take action to show her that I appreciate the fact that she prepares my
Okay.
coffee every night.
You think?
So I make her coffee every morning. When I hear her in this house, it's 123 years old and haunted AF. John McCoy, his mom's been married 39 years. Great. I stop what I'm doing because I'm about to ruin the words and the rhymes that you used to. Who remembers that? That was
Yeah.
Humpty Dump. He passed away last year. That was terrible. And again, God rest in peace the soul of Alec John Such, bass player for Bon Jovi, who died on Sunday 3 days ago. So I make her coffee for her as well to show that I'm appreciative of her preparing my coffee.
Yeah, which is really makes me happy every morning. So number two, actually that's my number one. The first one is give and take, but the second is a give and take, but the first one,
Sorry
it's
to hear,
it's
McClurg, that you were widowed at 30. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Sorry
honey.
about that. Communication.
Yeah, like Weeping
number
Willow
one.
2 for you says here. Keep communication open.
Yeah, communication is number one.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
feel a certain way, say it.
Yeah.
You know, let 'em
yeah.
know.
Communication is number one. Then my number three is loyalty. Yeah. A lot. Actually, it's a lot. And then consistency. Yeah,
Yeah, loyalty, they're probably saying, why would that even be an issue? I guess in your culture, that's a major issue, right?
Yeah.
It's a major issue.
Yeah, I trust you.
I know you do. And infidelity happens everywhere, but it's
Yeah.
like, well, that's all I can say because of the
Yeah,
velvet
just
muzzle.
don't
I
get
just,
too
I won't
long,
go
yeah.
too detailed.
Yeah, like if Kevin, wherever he goes, that kind of stuff, I'm not worried. Like, I actually, that's why it works, because I feel like you give me peace. You know that?
Yeah, unless
Like
I'm
peace.
talking at you. Blah, 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 and I think this, I think that, blah, blah, blah. I'm only gonna
Guys,
do this, blah, blah, blah.
I'm just gonna show you like how Kevin and I were arguing. When Kevin like blah 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 and blah, and then I just let him talk, because you just let the guy
Argue?
argue, yeah.
Do we actually do that?
No, it's just like a normal couple. It's so simple things. If it,
Have a conversation.
Yeah, so I let him like if he gets.
Jill, sorry you lost your husband to cancer after 38 years. High school sweethearts.
Oh, wow.
Notice
Sorry
I
about
interrupt
that.
her when she's telling the bad sides of me, the bad things.
So you know what, guys? I just let Kevin talk. And then when he's calm, I talk to him now. The same thing. It's vice versa.
And you know what's something I want to add?
Yeah.
This doesn't so much have to do with our marriage. I mean, you should look at them, honey, not me.
Oh.
As it does parenting. We never correct each other or argue in front of our child.
Yeah.
And if either of us does something that the other might not agree with from a parenting standpoint, we don't correct the other in front of him. We'll wait until he's not around, and then we discuss it, and then we'll go to him and bring it up. Like there's been, and I'm not trying to make her sound like a bad mother. She's a wonderful mother. I wish our son has a wonderful experience having her as a mother. Okay. There's been times, and it's a language situation. Dearly's first language is not English. Maybe if she says something like "you're bad" because of something, I'll talk with her when he's not around and say, no, what he did was bad, or maybe what he thought or said was bad, but he's not bad. You can't say that. Because listen, guys, here's the difference between guilt and shame. Guilt is when you feel bad about something you did, or maybe a bad thought you had sending out there to the universe. Shame is when you feel bad about who you are. And there's a difference. And many of you out there have probably been guilt shamed, maybe coming up. You probably know what it's like. You learn not to pass that on. You learn to break cycles. And so we've talked about that. Now Dearly understands never to tell our son he's bad.
Yeah.
She knows to say, hey, maybe that action was bad, or thinking that way is not good. That's kind of a bad way to think.
It's like I learned how to say it in a good way that your kid would not feel
Like he's bad, because he's not. He's the best kid in the world.
Yeah.
So all of our kids are the
it's
best
like
kids in the world. So,
you learn.
but this is an
yeah.
example of how we made the relationship work. And but I would never, like everything I just said, I would never say in front of our kid. I would never, because then the kid's going to take that to say, wow, mommy doesn't know how to parent. Daddy knows more about parenting than mommy. We don't want that.
Honey, remember I told you that we did good. Oh, our marriage is good. When Daniel, one day out of the blue,
Jay Gallagher said, never go to bed mad. It worked for her
Yeah.
for 25 years. Good.
yeah,
Okay.
like out of the blue, Daniel told me that he wants to have a wife. It's kind of like how I forget how he said, but it's kind of like if someday if he get married, he wants like us.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
Yeah, Daniel, he's super sweet. So that's kind of let me know that that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honey, by the time he hits 40, he'll figure out all of our shortcomings. And then he'll be breaking those chains. Yeah, and that's just how it goes. Listen, even though, we might have toxic, non-existent relationships with those who provided care for us coming up, doesn't mean that they were all bad and it wasn't their fault, or that they were even bad at all. People repeat cycles. They repeat learned behavior until someone says, I don't think that's a behavior I want to repeat because I didn't really enjoy it myself. Renee Reavers will be married 50 years in February. 6 kids, 12 beautiful grandkids. Way to go, Renee.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. Thanks. 55 years till cancer took him. Oh, sorry to hear that.
Sorry about that, Chris.
McClurg, that's wonderful. That's what we want for our children. Beautiful and loving lives. Yeah. It's like,
We're not.
like technology advancements and everything. Everybody's walking on the shoulders of giants. We're all walking on the shoulders of somebody.
Hi,
Thanks, Tweet and Pearl.
Pearl.
She can relate to you. Her spouse does a lot of talking and can't get a word in edgewise. Timmy's gonna send us all his money if he wins the lottery. We hope you win the lottery.
Oh yeah, go Timmy.
Yeah, we're all walking on the shoulders of somebody, though. Everything that all of us do we're able to do because we built upon those who have been there in the past before us. Some of it's been done well, some of it's not been done so well. Take the good stuff, leave the bad, give the next generation. So it's like, something maybe a little bit higher shoulders to walk on. They're not going to get it right. And then the next generation is going to walk on higher shoulders than that. It's like trees, We love trees. We planted thousands of them. Somebody's got to come along and be willing to plant trees today of which shade they will never get the joy of experiencing, but doing so because they know that those coming along behind them will. That tree swing you got in your backyard, you got a tire tied up on a rope and you're able to go out there and have that fun. That's because 150 years ago, somebody thought enough of the future to plant a tree. You know, these forests we planted around here, the fruit orchard, all this stuff. Hey, I'll enjoy it as an old man. Our son will enjoy it a lot longer than us, but somebody's going to come along even after that that gets to enjoy it from birth going forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Timmy, I did use those seed pods you sent last year. I used maybe 1/3 of them, and I didn't have any success with them. I know some people have had success with those, but I didn't. We didn't.
Oh, by the way, guys, I got haircut.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, like 4 days ago. Tuesday.
Oh, thanks, McClure. Trees are life.
Yeah, I love trees.
Yeah, by the way, Dearly's channel's named Life with Dearly. If you haven't subscribed, go over there and do so.
You go, guys, subscribe to my channel. Thank
All right,
you.
I'm going to go get a bit more coffee. I'll be right back. I'm going to give Dearly a chance to actually talk for like a few
Honey,
minutes.
you're good.
Yeah, well, you talk, honey.
I get nervous when you're not here. John D. Thank you. Thank you. Timmy Howard. Thank you, Timmy. Typical watch, it's Life with Dearly. I got Dearly's channel. Thank you. Hi, Lynn. How are you today, guys? Here it's been raining since this afternoon. Yeah. Thank you, Christine. Crystal B. I'm the same without my husband. I don't function the same and get nervous. Yes, Crystal. I'm like that. I'll tell you a story about that, Crystal, because Crystal said I'm the same without my husband. I don't function at the same and get nervous. Yeah, I'm same like that. You know what, guys? When I took my driving test, written test, my son is back. I failed twice, and both those times is the first one. Kevin is not with me, so my friends is with me, and the second time, I thought I'm gonna pass it, but I am too confident. I don't know how that happened, so I failed again. But I'm with my friend
Hello,
again.
Bonnie.
So, so in the third time, I told Kevin, I think, honey,
Hello.
that's why I keep failing on my
Hello.
written driving test, because you're not with me. Because I told Kevin he's my lucky charm.
Hello, Timmy. Hello, typical
So
watch.
that day when I took my written
Hello,
test
Becky.
for DMB,
Hello, grandmother.
I passed. Kevin's with me. Yeah, I passed. He told me that take your time, take a deep breath, just relax, read the question twice or 3 times. If you're not sure, just keep reading it word by word. Yeah, so yeah, I passed. See, I'm right. I cannot function fully without Kevin. It's scary sometimes. How is the school, Daniel? What is your favorite class? John D. Answer. Oh, question.
PE.
And recess.
Hello. that isn't really a class.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
Okay.
Hi,
Hello,
Bill.
Gina.
I just got on here. Hi, Bill.
Hello.
And driving, guys, I'm because I've been so busy, but I've been practicing driving already. Kevin took me
Hello.
to practice. Actually, we did that today. Kevin and I, we did it today. So it's so funny because we're just doing in the back roads, and then I think maybe after I drive 5 minutes or 3, it's just in the back roads.
Hello, Brittany.
I realized I don't have my driving, temporary driving license. So I pull over, and then I let Kevin drive because I'm just so scared if there's something happen, and then I don't have my temporary driving license. Yeah. So I told Kevin, it's like, how did you forget that? I was
Hello, Jenny.
super not upset, like disappointed because Kevin, he's planning to let me drive like far, like literally far, but we gotta follow the rules. so that we don't get in trouble. Yeah, so yeah, but I'm practicing driving, guys, so everything is
You're okay
fine.
at it. Not as bad as I understand.
But he swallowed that first before you eat. Then you need to take shower.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
Big
take a
cheese.
shower, guys. Bye bye.
Family Dotton, thank you. George, hello. You will be great driver. Thank you,
Oh,
Bill.
Bill.
Hi, Jennifer.
Oh, she's doing great. She is. I'm not concerned about her. I'm concerned about these other people. I mean, I made the video the other day about one neighbor who's trying to kill me with her car. Whatever. Honey, I got you an anniversary present.
What?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, oh, good, because I got you one too.
I don't know.
Okay. Thank you, Diane. Yeah, he's great. We're proud of him. All right.
What's the gift?
I made you this. Yes, Lynn, that's great advice. Even I did that. And I used to drive gun trucks in Iraq. They're the size of tractor trailers.
Oh, this is so cute.
Oh, look, Paul was married in Alapongo City in Philippines back in
Olongapo.
1968.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you can do that? Okay. On leave from Vietnam, she speaks Tagalog still together. Oh, still together since that's 5 years before I was born. So that's like 53 years. Way to go. Wow. Oh, Jan D says Daniel's growing up too quick. Yes, he is.
Kevin's wedding anniversary.
I made that.
So cute.
Can I? This is black cherry. This is spoon. Yeah, it's not the best. It's only the second one I've ever made. No, the third, because I gave you the first. The second one's on Etsy, but I wanted to make her something for anniversary because I buy her everything she wants. She won't tell me what she wants because she knows I'll buy it, and so I think this was more endearing. And here's the story behind this spoon. I cut down the tree. Now, it snapped this winter in an ice storm, so it was broken and needed to come down. And I've been carving with dry wood, and I realized how difficult that is, so I wanted some green wood. So 2 days ago, I went and I sawed down the rest of the tree that had not been broken yet because it was still green. And then I split the log. This all started from a tree and then a log about 14 inches long, about as big around as your thigh. Had to cut it down, split it down, use a bandsaw to create a blanket, and do this with knives. I've learned why hand-carved anything is so expensive. You're not paying for that thing. You're paying for the amount of time and effort it took to make that thing. I felt bad about pricing these carvings at the prices they're priced at on Etsy. I'm like, this is like highway robbery. That's what I thought when I was doing the market research to see what the pricing for this stuff is. But then once I started doing it, I was like, oh, I get it. Hey, I know the value of my time. I was talking earlier about being productive versus being busy. I'm losing money selling these things for the prices they sell for. But I wanted to make her something that I didn't buy because it just felt more special, so I made you this. That's why.
I have a gift too for you.
What's your gift?
This.
My favorite, and Bill Pool's favorite too. These Monite adobo from Dearly's Kitchen. These are delicious. I'm gonna open these up.
You should put it
I'm
here.
gonna put them in there. So yeah, we order these peanuts like wholesale from a dealer
Yeah.
in North Carolina. They come like the next day, and then Dearly cooks them up. I peeled the garlic for her on Sunday. Catitude asked if I didn't make you a Tanaka stick. She's got several, don't you, honey?
Yeah.
All the ones you
very-
guys won't buy on Etsy.
I know. The very first one
Very first
he
one.
made.
She gets the first of everything. Everything I make, I put my heart and soul into it and do my best to learn it properly, and then I give it to her.
You should.
So that's why you'll never see. That was lightning. Bill Poole says these are the best peanuts ever. Heck yeah. Here's the part Bill likes about it. We peel that garlic and we cook it in the oil. She cooks it in the oil. She cooks the peanuts and then we leave it in. What was that? Did you hear that? So this is as good as the peanuts. Oh, Catitude's waiting for a really creepy looking Tanaka. What's my favorite document? I don't have any. They all suck. That's the same stories over and over. Oh, Crystal Phillips. I'm glad you're here. Crystal Phillips. Thank you so much. multiple orders from our Etsy store. She loves our peanuts. Crystal, we've read your messages and all the wonderful comments about Dearly's food. Thank you. So, now, while we're still here, I mean, I don't feel like leaving yet. Do you, honey? Do you want us to stay here longer?
It's up to you.
No, it's up to them. Because we've been here 50 minutes. Jenny needs a walking stick. Gotta go, time. Okay, Kelly Murray, bye. Betty Brooks wants us to stay. Jill says yes. Lady G says yes. Jean Rankin, hello, Jean. Says yes, stay. Aw, Jennifer Edmondson said her favorite Bigfoot documentary is Homesteading Off the Grid. All right, he wants to stay. Listen, we weren't going to tell you this until we did it this summer. You've only got 2 weeks left to order peanuts and lumpia because we're not going to be here this summer. And we're going to let the cat out of the bag right now and tell you what we're doing. Honey, tell them where we're going.
No, you do it.
Did you forget?
No, I didn't forget. You do it.
Thanks, Becky Bell.
I like the way you talk. Oh, I like you to hear you talking.
You are a gem, hun. Most people can't stand it because they say I do it too much. They say I'm the only person they know that can turn a 2-minute story into an 18-minute and 36-second long video.
That's a talent, guys. Who does that?
Well,
Crazy Lake.
6 million people didn't mind watching it, but for some reason, 12 million of them hated it. Yes. You want to guess?
Yeah, you guys guess.
Guess where we're going this summer? Thanks, Janine Graham. Loves and Rambles. That's what I want to do more of. I want to do 2 or 3 of those. Nope, we're not going to the Philippines. Nope, we're not going to the Philippines.
Not Philippines.
No, everybody's saying Philippines. No.
No.
Maybe next year. That's another story for another time. Lawrence wants us to
No,
pass
not
the pin.
Hawaii. Not
No.
Canada.
No. Happy birthday, Becky Bell.
Not Washington.
No. Disney, no.
No, Florida. My
Florida in
princess,
the winter,
move out
hopefully.
your way.
We were going to go to Florida this past winter, but we got COVID, right? Like a few days before Christmas.
Not Florida.
Bahamas, no.
California.
Australia, no, someday.
Austra-
Indiana, potentially. Mexico, no. Appalachian,
Louisiana, potentially.
potentially. Louisiana, potentially.
Vegas.
Grand Canyon, Family Dutton
Oh,
got it.
yay! Family
Family
Dutton
Dutton got it right.
Grand Canyon.
Yeah. Yeah, and North Carolina. No, not Paris.
In Las Vegas.
California, potentially. I love that word, don't you?
Yeah. So guys, we are going to
Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Yes, we are going to
We are
Kentucky.
going to Kentucky.
Listen, now we're not going to be specific with details for safety purposes, okay? Bill Pool, well, we're not going to Pittsburgh yet, but we're going to... I had this great idea for a day trip. Listen, there's an airport in Charlottesville. Get this. Who wouldn't love to do this? I said, hey, honey, why don't we do this? Just when we're bored, go to the airport in Charlottesville, buy a round-trip ticket to Pittsburgh. Leave that morning, get the latest flight back, which is probably like 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night. Fly to Pittsburgh, get out of the airport, walk around the streets, go look at the sights, stop and have a nice, McClurg says USA is a beautiful country to travel. It is, it really is. Have lunch somewhere nice, walk around some more, have dinner somewhere, then get on a plane and come back home and sleep in our beds in Charlottesville. And she's like, no. Why wouldn't you?
Because it sounds tiring. Just can you imagine just to deal in the airport?
Cindy Roth just ordered lumpia. Thank you. Honey, it's Charlottesville Airport.
Cindy.
There's like
Thank you.
there's like 6 people in there. And you fly in a puddle jumper up to Pittsburgh. Have you ever been to Pittsburgh?
No.
That's a loaded question. I knew the answer is no, but whatever. I think this trip we're going to take will convince her. After this trip, she's going to say, yes, let's go spend a day in that beautiful city where we can get round trip tickets for like less than $100. I mean, you're out like next to nothing to go visit, visit another city
But
in another state.
if you said we're
Bill
gonna,
Poole, lots to do in Pittsburgh. He lives up there. He'd know.
if you said that we're gonna stay there for at least one night,
But we don't even need to do that. Why spend the money on a hotel and all that stuff?
Do you think you have enough time to see the Pittsburgh?
Not the
from
whole
Phil-
thing,
See?
but you have a nice time go up. Honey, spending one night, you're not going to be able to see Pittsburgh. Well, here we are on our anniversary, and here we are arguing already. This has really turned into a real anniversary video, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so listen. You tell them about our trip.
Yeah, we are gonna do the cross country trip.
Uh huh.
Yeah. So we're not gonna give you the very, very full details, guys, you know. But you guys don't worry, everything is under control. Everything is okay.
All right.
Yeah. See, honey, that's why I like to listen you talk, because you can say it
All right.
straight.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do.
So before that, that's why, guys.
Yeah,
You
we
have-
got 2 weeks left because we're not gonna be here to make it and ship it and all this stuff.
Yeah, September.
Yeah, September. We're gonna start
That's
again in
a long
September.
time.
Because what we're doing, we're allowing ourselves as much time as we want to take on this trip. We might do it in a month because it's 36 hours from here to the Grand Canyon. And I'm saying, since we're that close to California, let's go on over there and go to the ocean. Because, honey, you grew up and spent your whole life until the last 6 years on the other side of the Pacific Ocean. I think it would be really neat to just go stand on our side of the Pacific Ocean and look
Yeah.
across. For years, we'd go to the beach. And I would point it and say, I'm from somewhere over there. And I would long to be home because I just didn't have, I never thought I was going to make it back to America. We were truly
Sorry
down there in
about
the
that,
Philippines.
Alisa.
So anyway,
When is the deadline, Gani? Because I thought it's June 10, but I was wrong.
What
When is
the-
the deadline? Wait, wait,
honey, I
wait.
don't know.
No, I'm gonna look at my...
Okay, you look at that.
The deadline of the lumpia ba?
Well, honey, we can't be specific. We've
No,
got
to
2 weeks.
order the lumpia.
Oh, 2 weeks. I mean, whatever 2 weeks from today is the 8th. What's 8 plus 14? 32nd? The 32nd of this month is the last time you can buy the lumpia. We've spent most of our 12 years of her laughing at me for anything I say.
Thank you, McClure. Okay, when's...
Oh, Windsor, okay.
Hi,
Helam,
Windsor.
Helam. Kisaboka.
Family Dutton. Yes, that's a great idea.
Okay.
Cindy Rat.
But yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, the cost of gasoline.
Yes.
Yeah, Bill was born in Long Beach, California.
But
Come
you
to
know-
California, the streets are paved with gold. I poop you not. Anthony, I think there's a lot of people that think the streets of California are paved with gold and thus they are going for, and the streets are becoming paved with poop because the septic systems can't handle it. Timmy Howard,
send her the
$20.
gasoline money.
Thank you. Oh, there's some gas money right there. If anybody else wants to,
Ronnie, no. Thank
Robbie
you,
Karboski,
Timmy.
our first live. No, it's our first live in almost a year because
Yeah, because
we just
there-
got out of the habit of doing it. Well, there was.
there's a
reasons,
big
but-
reason of why we
Well,
stopped
there's a lot of
doing.
reasons.
Yeah, I want to place order for peanuts and this.
20 seconds, is that too late? Crystal
Yeah.
Phillips, nah. Crystal Phillips, we're going to message you on Etsy. You're a
Oh,
repeat
ye-
customer. We're going to take care of you. Don't worry about it, okay? All right, so, but don't you agree that since we're going to be so close to the Pacific Ocean from the U.S. side of it, we should go all the way to California and go to the coast? Like, she found, well, I don't want to be specific with places. Listen, guys, we've said where we're going before and have had people show up, and it was creepy. Well, whatever. I don't want to go too into detail. It happened one time. It was really creepy, and so we thought, wow, this guy's probably a lightweight. So
Oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah, that was creepy.
Yeah.
So, but Catitude asked, will we be?
Jill just ordered peanuts.
Oh, wow,
Thank
thanks,
you,
Jill.
Jill.
Darn right, you go, guys, have fun.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Bill.
And thank you, Sandra, for the happy. And yeah, I mean, yeah, Mrs. Edmondson, Jennifer here saying she should see the ocean. Said y'all were going on a fun trip, and it sounds fun too. Yes, Windsor, Daniel's right. So yeah, so to be able to see what I experienced, to stand on one continent and look across that vast ocean, which takes up like 60% of the
Catherine
world's
Gay,
surface,
hello.
and know I'm from the other side. I want her to have that experience too because it's really awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll mention a couple places that we're planning on going. Number one, of course, the big allure is the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, but don't worry, guys. we are gonna take you guys with us
Yeah.
in that trip.
Our intentions are to kind of like, well, video this whole trip, but you might not see the videos until a day or two after we've left the area where we videoed, and that's just out of concern for our safety. And I'm sure everybody on there understands it. However, we would like to go live. That's our plan, from undisclosed locations all along the way.
Fortuna,
Fortuna,
California.
California, $6.89 a gallon for gas right now. Wow.
Wow.
About $6.30 a gallon. I'm sorry, it disappeared. I didn't see where it went.
Han, I googled last night.
Oh, Alyssa Parrish Rock fan,
Yay!
$5. We
Thank
appreciate you both.
Happy anniversary.
Alyssa,
Thank you.
down from the land down under on the other side of planet Earth. Thank you so much for that.
Jennifer said, "Are you going to camp at the bottom of,
Of the Grand Canyon.
I always want.
wanted to do that. Potentially. I mean,
Yeah.
we're going to do what we want when the Spirit moves us. That's why.
Yeah, it's like we have so many plans.
Well, like the time frame,
Yeah.
it might take a month. I've done this trip before a couple times. I know if you just drive, you can get there in 5 days. But we're going to be stopping. We're setting limits, but I don't want to tell you those limits because you'll be able to track us across the country. But we're not doing this. I mean, we're doing this. America, listen. All countries are beautiful. All countries, and I've been to about 12 different countries, have places on them that are absolutely the most beautiful places on earth. America, I'm telling you, is such a vast, large, giant nation. So many people don't realize how big it is. We are going to see, well, we're in the Blue Ridge Mountains now. We're going to go through Appalachistan. We're going to see the desert. We're going to see desert. We're going to see the Rocky Mountains. We're going to see snow in the middle of summer. And I've done all this before. It's so amazing. We're going to see ocean. We're going to see plains. We're not going to go. The plan is not to go up into the Pacific Northwest and see the actual rainforest. But the U.S. actually has a rainforest up where the movie Twilight, all those were filmed. That's bona fide rainforest. And I used to live up there. Went to Iraq with the Washington Army National Guard. Spent a lot of time up there. It's such a beautiful country, and dearly wants to see more of it. Though I've been to many of these places, yeah, we're driving. We're driving because you can't see it, Jenny B, from a plane. You can only see it as you're passing through. And one of the things we do, like when I took this trip the first time, I would never allow myself to drive after dark because it's not about making distance or making time. It's about seeing this beautiful nation and all the sights there is to see. So I'm never going to drive after dark. We're going to make sure we're going to camp mostly. Because, and listen, veterans, I know there are a lot of veterans on this channel, a lot of real veterans who have DD-214s, not people who were in ROTC and tell people they were veterans when they really weren't. Listen, if you're a veteran or if you're active Army, they're doing something really neat with the park services. Melly Cinco, 1999. Have fun on your trip. Thank you, Melly.
Thank you, Melly Cinco.
Thank you so much. Guys, any super
Thank
chats
you.
you contribute is going in our gas tank. They're going in our
Rocky
gas tank.
Mountains are
Rocky Mountains are beautiful. Snow in July. Yeah, Bill. And out in the desert, high desert like Idaho, Washington State, Northern California, same thing. Bears, well, don't worry about them bears. Cindy Ross said, take bear spray. Listen, I know how to deal with bears. I'm just going to grin them down, just like Davy Crockett. Say something while I take a drink of this coffee.
Say something. I'm giving up on you. Crazy, did you know?
Lead singer from the Philippines, from the
Yep.
Journey. Yeah, or is from the Philippines. Lead
Yeah.
singer from Journey, Arnel
Yeah, Arnold Pineda.
Panetta. It's from Manila. They found him on YouTube. Yeah, man, right on. Then they went to Manila to say, hey, you want to be the lead singer in Journey? He was the lead singer of a Journey cover band in Manila. He sounds just like Steve Perry. It was great. What a wonderful story that is. You talk about a guy came from nothing in a place where people can pretty much expect to never have anything. But he got out there and he pursued his passion anyway. He gave it everything. And the band he imitated came to him and said, will you be our new lead singer? That's proof that if you have drive, you have desire, you have ambition, and you have work ethic, and you're willing to do the work, nothing is impossible. Arnel, how do you pronounce his name?
Pineda.
Panetta, I always say Padilla, but it's Panetta. Arnel Panetta is proof more than anybody alive that dreams can come true if you believe and you work, you persevere, you never give
Like
up.
Manny Pacquiao.
Like Manny Pacquiao. Same thing.
Manny Pacquiao, he's super duper 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 poor.
Yeah. We were in the Philippines once, and I was talking to a Filipino about confidence. And not to confuse confidence with arrogance, because it's common around the world. And I'm just going to say this, Alyssa, so she just said so true, Kevin, and she gave us some money here for our gas tank for this trip. Alyssa's in Australia. Around the world, there's this misconception that Americans are arrogant. Well, the American media would love nothing more than for you to believe that, because the American media is probably the only media on planet Earth who actually hates their own nation. But here, no, Americans are not arrogant. Some of them are, of course. There's arrogant people everywhere. Americans are confident. We are very confident people. And so this one Filipino said to me when I was talking about this, he said, when we're in the Philippines, he says, well, you've got to have money to have confidence. You guys are confident because you're all rich, because your government gives you everything. That's a misconception around the planet. And I said to him, oh yeah? How rich was Manny Pacquiao the first time he stepped into a boxing ring? Now, tell him about Manny Pacquiao.
He's very poor. Yeah, when he was a kid, he sell a bread. He sell a bread like so that he have money for breakfast in the morning. He sell the bread like 4 a.m. wakes up.
Where would he
and
get
then
this bread?
Balut. He get it in the bakery store.
So he'd go into the bakery at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
buy as much bread as he could afford to buy, and then walk around through the neighborhoods at sunrise. That's what it's like in the Philippines. You hear people, oh my gosh, I couldn't sleep for 6 years. Easter. What?
Yeah, excuse me guys.
Oh, you finally...
Mag-ihi ko.
Ihika? Siggy. So you're finally going to give me a chance to talk?
Yeah. It's your
Thank
turn.
you. Thank you. Okay. She's going to be momentarily indisposed. In the Philippines, they're on the equator, 7 degrees above the equator. You're going to do anything outside, you got to get it done by 8 a.m. because you will spend from 8 a.m. to about 4:30 or 5 p.m. hiding from the sun. Since they're on the equator, 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of darkness. So at 5 a.m., man, this guy, right, trying to sleep off last night's San Miguel Lights or Red Horse or Tanduay rum. It's like, you hear, Easter. That means fish. That's the fish vendor going through the neighborhood. Well, people hear, oh, Easter, the fish vendor. They'll get their 20 pesos and they'll go out and they'll buy their piece of fish, and that's about 40 U.S. cents. And then that's their breakfast. Or then you're like, the Easter guy woke me up. You go back to sleep, throw the pillow over your head. Dang, Easter guy. Next thing you hear, I haven't said this word in many years. Hold on. Oh. Yeah, right. Gulay. That means vegetables. Well, okay, there's the guy that's got my eggplant, my cabbage, or my whatever I want to eat today. So they go out with their 20 pesos and they buy their vegetables for the day. It's totally like the ice cream truck. But at 5 o'clock in the morning, brah. So anyway, that's what Manny Pacquiao would do. As a little boy, he would go to the bakery at 4 a.m. when they opened, buy as much bread as he could afford to buy with what he had made from the day before. And then he would go out through the neighborhoods yelling, pan, P-A-N, that means bread. Pan, kaun ka pan, eat your pan, because he spoke Visayan, not Tagalog. Well, he spoke Tagalog too, but he was from Mindanao, so Visayan's the language there. Kaun ka pan, palit ka pan, buy my bread, eat my bread. Or you buy my bread, eat my bread. So when I first came back to the U.S., it was so weird. The first, 2 weeks I spent here, I would wake up, and I was afraid I wouldn't be able to sleep because of the 12-hour time difference. But I wouldn't wake up until 11 a.m. And I'm like, how did I sleep until 11 a.m.? Well, it's because people weren't going outside of my apartment that we rented for a few months before we bought this house, yelling, fish, bread, vegetables. 5 o'clock in the morning. All right, I'll shut up and give you a chance to talk. Does anybody have any questions? Well, we're going to go to the Grand Canyon, definitely, the trip. And there's a bunch of places. Rebecca Cramp says, happy anniversary, thank you. We're going to go to a lot of places in between. A lot of folks probably are saying, what about the animals? What about the house? Blah, blah, blah. The Mrs. Edmondson, Jennifer Edmondson, honey, just gave us $20 and said happy anniversary.
Cool.
Jennifer Edmondson.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Jennifer. All this money, guys. Listen, I've got like a personalized YouTube coach now who is kind of encouraging me to do this kind of stuff. And she said, people don't mind to give you money because they have it to give. Please don't give us any money if you don't have to give. Number two, they like you. But thirdly, they appreciate it when you tell them what you're going to do with it. Everything you're giving us is going in the gas tank. I've already figured it up. We're going to spend between $2,000 and $2,500 on gas for this trip. So if you want to send a super chat, whether it's $5, Jennifer says we're welcome. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank
or whether
you,
whatever.
Jen.
But if you don't have it, don't send it.
Yeah.
We have the means to do this trip without any help. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it.
Thank you, Lynn.
So just okay. Bye, Lynn. Sorry your phone's dying.
Thank you, Bill.
Hey, Kristen Hart. But Hart, you too.
I'm cool.
No, are you?
No.
Why'd you ask if I was? You're cold. You want me to get you a jacket or
Oh,
something?
no. I'm gonna be hot if I wear jacket. Buffering, really?
Means our
Good content. Thank you.
is Bigfoot real? Potentially.
Potentially.
Be careful if you go to San Francisco. They break into cars there. Yeah, that's not on our list. Somebody mentioned Kentucky. I wanted to. Yeah. We are going to stop by the Muhammad Ali Center in Louisville. I'm not going to say when, but you know, Muhammad Ali is a big role model to me. I'm a giant fan. You know, he lived just south of us here in Nelson County, neighboring county where we live. And Grandma saw him at the Nook one time on the downtown mall.
Yeah.
One of our best friends' mothers, who's also one of our best friends, and she saw him. She walked over to him and she said, "I'm sorry. I hate to bother you. I just want to let you know that I love you." Because she'd been like a big fan.
Yeah.
She's 75, so if you were, well, he died when he was 76 several years back.
Hi, Mons.
And so he smiled and said, "I love you too," and shook her hand and kissed her hand, and then she went on her way and let him finish his
And we're
lunch.
breaking up.
Okay. Well, it might be time for us to go because we're in
Timmy,
connection.
hello, Timmy.
Aw, flowers for dearly. Isn't that sweet?
Oh, speaking of flowers, I'm gonna show you Kevin's gave me like 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
I think it was yesterday.
No, it's not yesterday. It was Saturday.
Okay. Oh yeah, Paul said meet the people at each stop. They're resting. Penny Vance families in Shenandoah mostly. Your husband's from Louisville. All right, a fellow Appalachian American. All right, Bill. See ya. Good to see ya. You go to the baseball museum in Louisville. We might, Crystal.
Charan! Kevin gave me this Saturday. And it's so beautiful because all these flowers that you see in this vase is from our yard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pink flowers, yellow. This one is from the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was super duper surprised. Kevin gave this to me.
Well, here's the deal, guys. This is more wedding advice or marriage advice. And trust me, I wasn't perfect at it in the beginning. It ain't my first rodeo, okay? You learn from the mistakes you make in the past and you continue
Yes,
to move.
it's Tavian.
You move forward and you try to get it right the next time. And anybody who wants to guilt shame you because of those mistakes in the past is somebody you should never associate with, okay? We all make mistakes. Get past it. Anybody who wants to constantly bring them up and remind you does not belong in your life. Period. Ever. Okay? So, this flower thing. Dearly loves flowers. So, about we go to the grocery store a couple times a week. But Jennifer's like, right on, Kevin. I agree. So, we always buy
Thanks, Jennifer.
flowers at the grocery store. For her office. She loves to have flowers. And they're not expensive. They're not expensive at all. But in the last couple of weeks, knowing this trip's coming up and knowing that Papa Joe's gas prices continue to go up and up and up, would everybody stop saying, "Let's go, Brandon"? Because he's like, yeah, drive them up, $4, $5. We're going to have $8 gas prices by the time this is over, okay? I know it's not his fault. I'm just playing with... There's more to it than that. Way more. But exasperation of a problem isn't a good thing. Creepy Uncle Joe. All right.
Yes, grandmother
Okay,
Moon.
she loves flowers.
I love flowers.
Just because we didn't want to spend money on them because we're saving money for this trip, we're going to need to put the money in the gas tank, doesn't mean she can't have flowers. We have 6 acres of flowers. So why don't I just take a pair of scissors and a jar and go out and cut some down? You know what I mean?
I like it better.
It's like, well, so
Yeah.
going forward, honey, would you prefer these
Yeah.
over them store-bought flowers?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I like this better from more than the
Because,
store.
you know, this comes from my heart, not the store.
Yeah, I know. You see, it's so beautiful. I love it.
Wow.
And I like it, honey, the way you
Arranged it?
Arrange it, yeah.
I did it over 3 times
Really?
to make sure I got it right. Yeah.
You did great.
Is that a deer?
Where? Where?
No, it's just a tree, honey.
Oh. I like I like that better. Yeah, see? They're agreeing with me.
Yeah.
And we're buffering, they said.
Hey, Timmy Howard says he needs a pat on the back because he's gone 100 days smoke-free. Right on, brother. Hey, Timmy Howard and everybody. Something I never thought I'd do. I used to smoke. I'm a distance runner now. Making this comeback, post-middle age comeback.
Way to go, Timmy.
Way to go, Timmy. I started smoking in the Army in Iraq because it's all we had to do. We could do 3 things. We could smoke cigarettes, chew and spit tobacco, and cuss. And that was it. And so I never thought I would smoke, but I took up smoking. I thought, oh, whatever, it's temporary. When I get home from the war, I'm going to quit. Famous last words. It took me 3 years to quit smoking. That stuff is addictive. And so I quit, and then when I went to the Philippines, okay, I smoked Marlboro Light menthols. It's like $8 a pack in the U.S. because of taxation. That's why it's from North Carolina. You can get that same, R.J.
Brand.
Reynolds in North Carolina. You get that same brand in the Philippines for 75 cents a pack because they don't have the taxation for the sin tax, they call it, the higher taxes on tobacco and all that stuff. So I was like, how can I pass this up? So I started smoking again in the Philippines
Thanks,
and
Jeff.
smoked for 2 more years. But the way I quit, if you want to know, is when I finally decided to quit, because I know it leads nowhere good. We don't eat McDonald's because it's cancer. How much more so cigarettes, right? Anytime I got the urge to smoke, and I wasn't in shape. I'd gotten out of shape, and I want to get back in shape. So I said, when I want to smoke, I'm going to do 10 push-ups. Man, by the end of the first day, I was doing 50 push-ups. Second day, 100 push-ups. I was so sore. But I didn't smoke, and after about a week, it felt good to be getting back in shape. And so I started taking better overall care of my health at that point, until I came back to the U.S. Get this. Thank you, Jenny. Come back to the U.S. I hadn't chewed tobacco in like 5 years. I used to chew,
Green.
it was wintergreen
Yeah,
flavored,
wintergreen.
Grizzly wintergreen. Jeff
Oh, well,
Sherwood
Jeff
quit 19 years ago.
19.
That's
Good.
great.
Good, Jeff.
So I chewed like Copenhagen straight because I started chewing in airborne school down in Fort Benning, Georgia. And then so I moved to Washington State, and the cost of tobacco doubled because Washington has like the highest tobacco taxes. Crystal Phillips' husband quit 10 years ago. Good job, Miss Phillips. So I switched to Grizzly Wintergreen because it was like $3.50. Lydia Woods quit 4 years ago. Man, look at this.
Yes.
Look at all these people on this chat who are
Yeah,
making
good.
wonderful, healthy choices
Yep.
so they can live longer and be with their family longer.
Good job, guys.
So anyway, I go to the Philippines. I didn't chew for 5 or 6 years simply because I couldn't get it. So I come back to the U.S. I go into a 7-Eleven, Stephen Thomas, me too with the Grizzly, got ulcers in my mouth. Yeah, man. I was starting to like get the gum,
Good.
my gums were receding. So I'm in the 7-Eleven and I see the tobacco and I laughed. And I said, oh my gosh, will you give me a can of that Grizzly Wintergreen? I used to chew that when I was in the Army years ago. I haven't had any of that stuff in 5 years. So I took it home. Catitude's never smoked a day in her life. Catitude is the smartest among us. I put that dip in. I was hooked for the next 2 years. And well, no, not 2 years.
Bill quit 12 years ago. Wow, very tough, but I
Good
did.
job,
Yep,
Bill.
Good job.
I chewed for another year because I was here for 6 months chewing, went to the Philippines, and I just said, well, you're welcome, Catitude. I'm just going to quit again in the Philippines because they don't have it. Well, when I went back, we lived in Manila. We lived in Makati City, the most expensive place you could live in the Philippines because I didn't want to have a lot of the problems I had when I lived in the most inexpensive places you could live in the Philippines, and I'll leave it at that. Those of you who have read Isle of Capri, get it. If you haven't read that, you can get my book, Isle of Capri, from our Etsy store as well. I'll autograph it before we send it out to you. There's never too much shameless self-promotion here on this channel. Well, my gosh, living in Makati City was like living in Charlottesville without Bella's wonderful artwork here, without the UVA Cavaliers showing up every weekend to play a game to entertain you. They had tobacco, so I could buy it, and I kept chewing it. So I finally made it a New Year's resolution, January of 2018. I quit because I knew I was going to start delivering mail in 2 weeks, and I couldn't imagine delivering mail while chewing tobacco because I could never swallow it.
Priscilla Peterson, I never smoke either. My boyfriend quit 20 years
ago.
ago.
Good
Wow.
job.
Yeah, me too. I don't smoke too. But I try very, very light. Because my grandma,
Yeah.
she smoked. My grandma, she smoked until now. She's like almost 80.
She's like 80.
Yeah, I remember when I used to live with her, she smoked Philip.
Ihiko, huh?
Okay, Philip Morris.
Those of you in the Philippines know what we're saying. Ihiko. See if you can figure it out. If you got any guesses, say it, and Dearly will tell you if you're right.
So my grandma, she smoked Philip Morris. So if her lighter broke or whatever, and then if she's tired to get up and get to light her cigarette, she asked me sometimes, or anybody that she saw, she asked if you could light it up. So I tried that. I think it's like 8th grade. Yeah, I light her cigarette. I was coughing so hard. After that, I never do it again. Yeah. Oops, my hubs is 12 years smoke free. Wow, that's good, Jennifer. That's just really good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, me too. And also I don't like the smell too. Yeah. Not to, yeah, I don't even drinking. I don't drink too. Yeah. Because my father, he's alcoholic, and then I saw it growing up in my head. Growing up, I told myself that just don't start it. Just don't start, so that you don't have to deal up. I don't have to deal like quitting, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I don't drink. Yeah, but I try to drink like long time ago with my friends. I try, but I don't like it. Yeah, I try because you're just kind of curious what it likes to get drunk. But after that, like, no, I'm fine. Yeah. So I think I got that when that happened. I think before Daniel's born. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice not to start or even begin this kind of stuff because it's in our blood. So it's better to avoid it.
Well, that's interesting to walk in on. It's in our blood. It's better to avoid it.
Yeah.
I won't ask.
What do you?
Oh, okay. I saw a comment there. I understand. Yep. I started talking about this earlier.
Oh, okay.
Jenny Jo or
Jenny Jo, she's fine. Thank you for asking, Timmy.
I mentioned earlier for veterans and active military, and this plays into our trip. Look at this. Look at what the park services are doing now. This is a military pass. If you can prove that you're a real veteran, listen, if you're an ROTC in college, but you never served in the military, you are not a veteran. Please stop telling people you are. That's called stolen valor. And there's few lower forms of ilk than someone who claims they are a veteran who is not a veteran. Okay?
Yeah. Wait, Tani. Yes, Kahaulin. Yes, I still make lumpia. You can visit to our Etsy store, Homesteading Heaven. Thank you.
Yeah, for 2 more weeks. But if you're a veteran or active duty, the park services, Bill, we love your flashlights.
Yeah.
They will give you.
We will take.
Yeah, we're taking those flashlights. You can get into any national park in the United States for free. This is new as of a year ago. We found this out in October when we went to Jamestown, down in Jamestown, Virginia. So this is another reason we're able to take this trip. We don't have to pay to stay in motels and hotels. Thanks, Cajalino. Dearly bought us a bunch of really nice new camping equipment, and she spent less money on the camping equipment than we would have spent for 2 nights in a hotel. So part of the plan for this trip is to stay in national parks. So somebody asked earlier if we're going to camp at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Maybe. But we're not going to be paying hotel fees. So basically it's going to be gas and food and any entrance fees for stuff like the Muhammad Ali Museum and non-national. And I think I might be wrong, so I don't want to say this for certain, but I believe this will also get you into all state parks for free as well. So what was ordinary? Yes, Stephen Thomas says it should have been done years ago. As a veteran, I never speak out and say we deserve this for free, we deserve that for free, because nobody owes us anything. Nobody asked me to please go enlist to go fight the terrorists. That was my choice. I did it willingly. I did struggle for a few years after I got back with the fact that no one gives a crap. You know who cares? Military families, other veterans and their families. Listen, and there are people who didn't serve and who are not in a military family who do truly, really care. I know that. But you're in the minority. Most people don't care. But anyway, knowing I did this willingly, knowing that I enlisted on my own, it was my own decision. Nobody owes me anything. But I'm very grateful that they're doing this for us. And yes, I do agree with Stephen Thomas that maybe this should have been done earlier, but it's been done now. Okay, and I know there are states like Washington State, who I deployed with to Iraq. If you're a veteran in Washington, you get lifetime free fishing and hunting license. I think that's a wonderful thing. I mean, it would be great if other states would follow, but it's okay if it doesn't.
It pronounced Kahale
Noe.
Okay,
That-
Kahale Noe.
Stephen says, I care, I promise, I have most respect for you and the sacrifice you made. Thank you, Stephen, for your appreciation.
That's really nice pictures. Nature.
Well, yeah, that actually looks like Washington. Can I show them? Mm-hmm. This looks like the rainforest. Thank you, Timothy Howard. That looks like I'd be willing to bet that's either Oregon or Washington.
Goodness.
Yeah.
It's Redwood National
California.
and State Parks. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was close. I was on the same coast. My sweet baby wanted to visit a state park before he passed, but we never got the chance. Teresa Moore, I'm sorry about that. ALS really sucks. Sorry about that, Teresa.
Oh, Han, look.
Oh, it expires in 2022.
Yeah, on October.
Okay, so we haven't put a time constraint on this trip. We might be gone a month. We might be gone 3 months. But we're definitely going to be back by October because it looks like, but then I just renew it. I mean, they're going to give me one, so it's no big deal. But yeah, so any
Thank
veterans
you,
out there,
Teresa.
listen, if you're bored, you don't want to sit around the house all the time and your finances are limited, go on Google and find what is close to you as far as parks go and go take a day trip and do it. There's always
you,
something you
Penny.
can get out there and do. Don't let money stop you. You know, if you have limited funds, you're on a fixed income. You're a veteran, there's somewhere within less than 2 hours drive of where you live you can go to that you've never been, where you can have a heck of a great experience. Okay, go do it. Priscilla, thank you for your service. My dad was drafted for World War II. He had a card kind of like that. Priscilla Peterson, all right. Thanks for your appreciation, and thank you for your dad. Penny Van, just go to the woods and hike or just sit near a river or lake for a day. Penny Van, great advice. Bella says her niece was stationed in Cherry Point. So proud of her. We're proud of her too. Okay, Windsor, thank you. Windsor hopes we have a great time and she can't wait to graduate. I don't
You
know.
know, it's gone.
Whatever. Sorry we missed another comment there. Okay, the girl whose name we can't pronounce has to go. If we're ever in Hawaii, look her up. Okay.
I I think we gotta go too
Yeah, we've been here
Yeah.
for like an hour
in half.
and a half.
Yeah, because so that we have time to hang out with our son before bedtime. I want to hike in the
Grand Canyon.
Yes, I'm so excited to.
Penny Van used to like to collect acorns, rocks, anything from nature, use them for art projects. Disabled can't walk around. Sorry that you can't do what you love anymore. Happy greetings, best wishes from Joseph Falcone, New Adventure. Oh, thanks.
Thank
me for
you.
my service. Thank you for your appreciation. All right, so guys,
Oh, thank you to Jennifer. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
yeah, look, we waited out the storm.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you guys so
we're gonna go,
much for
guys.
everything.
Everybody say bye because we're going to say bye.
you. Thank you guys so much for the love.
This was a
Thank you.
very enjoyable live.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for being respectful.
Yeah.
And,
Being so nice, no?
Well,
Super.
Yeah.
Thank you.
bye, Catitude. Timmy Howard, bye. Yeah, roommate, there's kidney. Oh, sorry, Timmy. It's too much. Too many people are saying bye.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Kristen. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Michelle. Bye, Lydia.
Windsor, bye.
Windsor. Bye,
Maria.
Bella. Bye, Lady D
Lady.
Music. Bye, Stephen
Stephen
Thomas.
Thomas.
You're awesome
Betty
too, Stephen
Brooks.
Thomas. Bye, Betty Brooks out there in California. Bye, Timmy Howard. Bye, Penny Van. Bye,
I'm lurking.
All right, go and get an email from them.
Geneva.
Thank you, Geneva.
Jennifer,
Thanks
bye-bye.
you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Bye. Jen L.
Jeff.
Jeff Sherwood. McClurg up in Canada. Bye.
Rain.
Love you guys from Utah. We're going through Utah on this trip.
Dun, yeah.
Don, good night. Good night, Gene Rankin.
Christine,
Janine Graham.
Heather. Thank you guys
Yep, Heather
so
McDonald.
much. Thank you, Bill. Bye, Bill.
All right. Bye.
Bye.